infinity. If you please, will you see how bad I need this? Give you all, if you please. Will you see how bad I need this? I wish I never touched no one before. I envy the hurt that you adore. You love. Don't wanna fight, so let's settle the score. Tear me apart, but don't let go. I can still feel your breath all over me, feeling me. I could fuck with you for eternity, infinity. Turn on the lights on. I could be your lover, I could be the one for you, and no one else at all. So how long will it take till you see how bad I need this? I'll give you all, if you please. Never leave, I need to keep it. So how long
Okay, so at this point, I know there's a bomber up on the left side or just north of my plane now. You probably can't see the dot on your screen yet, but I know he's there. So I'm just trying to get as much altitude as I can. Keeping an eye on the enemy fighter, Spitfire, and the Seafire over there. Making sure I'm going to be left alone so I can attack this guy. So keep toggling between the views just to make sure my angle of pitch is correct so I can maintain good altitude gains and good speed. So at this point I can clearly see the bomber. Making sure that Spitfire isn't going to turn on me. Increasing that altitude slightly again just so I can make sure I'm at the same altitude as the bomber. Something to be mindful of, B-17s do have forward-facing nose machine guns, so you got to be very careful. Never ever go directly head-to-head, and even what I'm doing here I probably wouldn't recommend, but it seems this B-17 wasn't the best bomber pilot I've seen, but nonetheless, be careful of those machine guns. Alright, here we go. Staying just off to the side, so I'm out of the way of those guns. And there you have it. Bullets hitting from the very nose of the plane to the very tail. So at this point, making sure that these P-47s aren't going to work together and come and grab me. So I'm making sure I'm staying above them and I'm sussing out whether or not I should attack them or not. At this moment, I notice a B-17 lonely mowing the grass underneath me, so I decide it's probably a good idea to dive for him, quickly grab that kill, and head back towards my friendly fighters, because I really doubt I'll be able to combat two P-47s and come out on top. So in a moment, you'll see me roll over and go for the dive. Here comes the dive, and I'll be throttling back just to make sure I don't overspeed, which from memory I think is about 780 kilometers per hour. Doing a quick rollover to come out in the right spot to have a crack at this B-17. Lining up the shot, here we go. That sound does not get old. As you see, we did hit the overspeed there at about 780. We were lucky enough to dodge the gunners from the B-17, so we've incurred almost no damage. There's a lot of NPCs here, and the audio from their engines was throwing me off, so I was just making sure it wasn't an enemy. An A-26 attacker has some pretty beefy rear guns, so I try to stay off to the side here and not get hit by those. So I'm lining up a shot. Now I did have trouble with this one. looking around, making sure there's no fighters that are going to be able to dive with me. Noticing that this F4U Corsair has an engine leak. He's a crippled enemy, so if I can get there in time, it should be a pretty easy kill for me. 109 seems to be having trouble dancing around with him, and I don't think the aircraft is in a critical enough edition. Did not want to get hit by those gunners there, so I do pull off a bit. That would have been devastating if we got pilot snipe. So I thought this guy's crippled enough that I'll take a nice cinematic first person kill here if I can. Can be tricky there with the tracer rounds. They do leave a trail of smoke and they can block your side picture, but we managed to pull it off quite nicely there with a quick kill. 109 is doing an excellent job of reducing the Seafire's altitude to his friendlies, aka me. So we're going to try and slot in behind and essentially steal the kill, I guess. A few misses there. Going to try and really line it up, and there it is. Absolutely obliterated. So I take it upon myself to start climbing towards the P-47 Thunderbolt, which has 8 50 cal machine guns that will set you on fire if they touch you. A very, very dangerous plane. At this point, I'm realizing that I've managed to grab an ace, which is fantastic. It's one of the best feelings in this game is to get an ace. It's when a pilot has 5 confirmed kills, which is essentially what we've done here. We've achieved ace and an ace. So I decide this P-47 is going to continue climbing away from me and not let me get up to him. So I'm going to go down and take out this P-38 in the hopes that that Thunderbolt will reduce altitude, looking for some kills, but I'm not going to be chasing him into space all day, so I'm diving away. But the Thunderbolt's seen me dive away, and he's rolled over, and he's diving with me, and he's closing the gap quite quickly. So I'm going to try and line up this P-38 for a really quick kill. Shooting nice and early so I don't miss the fire solution there, and we do follow through and damage his right wing and his right flat. At this point, the P-47N completely overshoots me at such a high speed that he hits the ground, but I did not realize this during the gameplay, so I'm looking around for him. So I'm not leading enough here, as you can see. Approaching my 400 meter gun convergence set, it becomes quite easy for me to get shots on this P-38. Setting a fire and making sure I destroyed him before that D9 came through and took the destruction, and I would be left with an assist. So I made sure I got rid of that. My team congratulating me on the 6 kills, and I was saying thank you. I'm still concerned about that P-47, but again, it's already crashed. So I'm asking my team where the 47 is, and they said he is in the ground, on the ground. And there we go, victory smoke. The Re.2005 Serie 0, a 6-kill game with very, very minimal damage to my own aircraft. This aircraft does cost about 30,000 to repair. So make sure you sort of know what you're doing, otherwise you'll end up losing a lot of silver lions if you don't end up performing. But with a premium account and 6 kills and a lot of battle activity, we ended up with 130,000 lions. So if you're going to give this plane a go, you know, be patient, but don't try and grind lions with it, because it's not going to get you far if you die at all. So, but it's great for XP grinding. This thing is a great climbing vehicle. It turns really well if you have the correct speed, that is. And it has massive firepower. It has 3 20mm cannons with high explosive incendiary shells. That's just incredible. With 2 12.7 machine guns as well, and they just set fires just as good. So this thing's just pumping out damage, and its flight performance is incredible. Hence the huge repair cost. But just be mindful of that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you did enjoy this one. Please let me know what you'd like to see next in terms of War Thunder content. But again, thank you so much. My name's HairyCactus. This was the Re.2005 Serie 0 Italian fighter at 5.3 battle rating on War Thunder. Thank you so much. I'll catch you all in the next episode. Stay hairy.
Bitches.